Its scent is as amazing as its beauty. The iris, a colorful flower that inspires passion amongst generations of flower lovers. And it also brings them here to the Pleasance Valley Farm in Northern California by the thousands each year.
Look at all the colors. You look out there, you see all the rows and the colors, and it's just really pretty.
The flowers are in full bloom at the Pleasance Valley Iris Farm.
We're having a sale today. It's 12 pots for $100.
And business is blooming too for a farming family that looks to the love of this unique flower for sales. The Richard family will harvest 120,000 irises this year. Not bad considering this farm's origins.
It started out as a hobby. We planted tulips and we planted daffodils, we planted irises, and the irises grew well here. I met my wife in college, and I started out studying physics and mathematics at Berkeley and got married, and we had 4 kids, and I didn't finish my degree, and I went in to become a real estate broker, bought this property, and now I'm a flower farmer.
It was an accident. We were out for a drive one day and we happened upon an iris farm, and we bought them, and originally we were going to grow daffodils here. And we started growing irises just because we loved the flower, and they kept multiplying and we kept buying more. And pretty soon we had almost 800 varieties.
So you're trying to get a different...
I just want a black one.
A black one?
Now, each May, with the irises in full bloom, visitors flock to the farm by the thousands. Walking through plots of colorful flowers, they'll buy potted irises and also mark down varieties to be shipped to them later in the year. Why so popular? The Richards say the iris's popularity is more than just beauty.
I think that also goes into the generational thing, because they saw their grandmother growing irises, and so it gives them memories of their grandmothers, and then they grow them.
And people are really emotionally attached to them. We have people come out here and they say, oh, it reminds me of my grandmother. We get emails from all over the country and from people that are around here and come out to the gardens. They bring their mothers out on Mother's Day because the flowers are blooming.
That family tie makes sense to Susan Huggus, enjoying the irises today with her mother.
It's a beautiful place, and she has iris planted in her front yard, so we make sure we get some every year. She loves coming out here. She loves it, and her favorite color is purple. And if you look out there, how many varieties? She has a list of like 10 already.
Do you want the smaller flowers?
And that family connection also applies to the next generation growing these colorful irises.
My 3 boys all want to major when they're in college. They want to major in some sort of environmental background. And my daughter, she's only 13, but she's been, taking orders and working with customers since she was 8.
While the farm is a colorful flower show each spring, you'll also find the Richards busy during the hot days of August in Northern California. Digging through the soil in 100-degree heat, the family is packaging online orders. About 70% of their sales come from their website. Mark, one of the things about irises is their color. There's so many different varieties, and you can see a pink with a purple with stripes and dots. How does that even happen?
Well, you find 2 flowers that you like, that you think would be interesting to cross, and then you go ahead and this one here is going to be the pollen parent, and you just snap off this falls, and then you'll snap off the standards.
These right here on the outside.
On the outside.
We're popping off the flower petals, essentially.
Right.
Okay.
And then when you get down to the inside there, you'll roll this around, and there's going to be a anther there with the pollen on it.
And what are we trying to get at here?
This is going to be our little, I call this my pollinization tool. It's kind of handy. You've got this little tool you can hang on to. Some people use tweezers, but you just hang on to it. And then you get inside here, and right here is, actually you can break these off too on the outside here. And this is called a stigmatic lip. You'll see 2, almost like a split petal here.
So essentially what we're doing is taking the pollen from that purple flower, putting it on this pink flower to create something totally new.
And you'll end up with 25 to 50 seeds that will actually be inside this right here, which is called the ovary.
Besides their beauty, there's another reason you'll find people snatching up the iris.
They're really easy to grow, hard to kill. You plant them in the ground, you You know, don't give them too much water, put them in raised beds, and they're easy to grow.
That's good news for iris lovers and for a flower farm that started as a hobby and blossomed into a blooming business.